start?
The live.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, this is nice.
This is better, I
We should
think.
do this like this all the time.
Okay.
Okay, here we are.
Hi. Oh, wow. Okay.
I almost said, here we are, no.
Here we are, Nardens. Okay. Hang on, 1 second. Yes. Okay. Oh, we hit 300 total plays, by the way.
Ooh.
302.
Fancy.
Let's go. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Hopefully this doesn't fuck up.
Hey.
Hello! My name is Natalie.
My name is Stephanie.
And welcome back to
A
Good
Good
Podcast. Welcome back to our show. Stephanie, how was your day?
It was fine. Somebody came through our drive-thru at work, and their child was screaming, and you could hear it, and they freaked out and drove off. And I was like, I was in the middle of making their drink, and I was like,
Oh, I didn't know you were making
I was making the drink, and they were like, left, and I was like,
I didn't know that. I thought they hadn't ordered yet.
oh, they ordered a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Free
now I'm
drinks.
sorry.
And they just drove
I
off.
wouldn't do that.
And I was like, oh. I mean, I
Man.
wasn't too upset about it. It was just, I felt bad for them, but also, like, it wasn't that big a deal. Just a
Maybe they were having a day.
Maybe.
But don't order something and then drive away. I always feel so bad when I have to do that.
When did you
Like when I go through a drive-thru, I'm like, oh no, my wallet's not in the car.
Well, I mean.
That's so awful. That's the worst thing in
Have
the
I ever
world.
done that? It seems like
I've done that a few times.
I needed to do that once, but then I got trapped. It was at Taco Bell.
No.
And you can't get out.
You cannot get out. That thing is narrow as
So
a
I
bitch.
was stuck in there for like an hour because the line was. It was when I worked at that cleaning company, and like I had the time. I just had to get it done that night. So I was out pretty late. But anyway, because like their thing broke down, people kept leaving, so I got like 4 orders. They were like, you can just take all this food.
What?
Yeah.
Rewind a bit. When you said you worked at the cleaning company, you had all night to do that?
I mean, yeah, just when it's like, and there wasn't a set time.
What? I didn't know that.
I mean, sometimes there was, but like where I worked.
That's cool.
I worked in like Monticello, and he was like around 7, whatever. But like there wasn't a time for me to clock in. I just sent him like how many hours I worked that week at the end of the week. So it wasn't like I clocked in at a certain.
Well, I like that little setup.
It wasn't bad. I didn't mind working for them. My boss was super duper sweet. He was a sweetheart, and it
How much
wasn't
did
bad.
that pay?
It wasn't too good. It was like maybe $8 an hour, but it was like
Okay.
It wasn't like a part-time thing. I'm sure if you
Well, I
worked full
can't
time.
do that.
But it wasn't bad. You'd like it. You didn't have to deal with anybody. It was always after hours, and you just went
Yeah,
and cleaned everything. And
I like cleaning.
yeah, I did like working
cleaning
there.
houses, you make good money doing that.
Yeah, he made really good money. I wonder if he still does that stuff. He was really nice. My cousin Jessica also worked for him.
Before or after you?
For me.
I didn't know that either. My dog is going ballistic.
Should I let her out?
No, she'll eat a moldy roll. Speaking of crap like that, I have to tell you about my yesterday. Are you ready for all this?
I'm ready.
I'm about to tell the most ungodly story.
I'm so excited.
So, yesterday morning, I was going to our other office location because I'm a businesswoman. Okay? So, I'm driving down there. I had my Baxters. It was good. Driving down there, and I'm almost at the other office. And I don't even know exactly what happened. It all happened so fast. I was pulling up on this stoplight. And I don't know if, like, I was coming up on this car and I went around them, or if I was just going past them in the other lane. But I hear a cop siren go off. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm, like, pulling up to a red light, so I stop, and I'm, like, looking around, because I'm like, is there somebody I need to get through, or what? And then the car next to me pulls up, and it's a guy, and he rolled down his window, and he's just staring at me. And I'm like, am I supposed to get out of the way? What's going on? And then he tells me to roll down my window. And so I did, and he pulls out his cop badge, and he's like, do you know how fast you were going? Which is the dumbest fucking question in the whole world. Meanwhile, he is not in a cop car. Okay? He is in a Mustang convertible, not a convertible. He's in a Mustang thing. But he's not in a cop car.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in an undercover vehicle or his personal vehicle. But he's like, do you know how fast you were going? How fast you think you can go out here? And I was like, I don't know. And he said, "Oh, well, you was going 60 behind me." And I was like, and I didn't say this, but I was like, how the fuck do you know how fast I was going if I was behind you? You have.
But how fast was he going?
Exactly. It was like, it didn't make any sense. Also, this is in the middle of London. Like, the main fucking highway, like right after you get off to turn off to the interstate. 60 miles an hour is not endangering anybody. It's really not. It's not a big deal. Because it goes from like 55, the speed limit, to 45, extremely quick. Oops, sorry, I'm going 60 miles an hour. It was really not a big deal. And then he was like, slow down. And I said, okay. And then he was like, go, because the light in front of us had turned green and I didn't even know it because I was looking at him. He goes, go. And that pissed me the fuck off. Why do cops have to act like that for traffic stops?
Dicks, and that is just...
It is not a big deal.
95% of cops, they get into that business because they want to have power over people.
I know. It's like...
And they are jerks. They're jerks. They treat you like shit because they think they're better than you because they're a cop.
Yeah, they think they're above the law.
And that is the truth.
It would be different if I was going 80 and a 30.
I mean, I have family that are cops. I mean, I'm sure my cousins are nice. I have a cousin who's a cop and he's sweet. I'm sure that he's fine. But most cops are jerks.
And then it's like, when he wasn't in a cop car, that is such a pussy move.
Yeah.
To pull people over in undercover cars or in your personal car, because get this, we went like not even, probably a quarter of a mile down the road. He turns left. On the left is the police department. I feel like he was going into work. I'm pretty sure that was just his personal car. And he's off duty, obviously. That is so disgusting and so dumb and so just unnecessary. Get the hell out of my way and get the fuck out of my face. Shoot!
I totally agree. But cops make me so nervous.
They are so hateful for
They're
what?
so mean.
If they have a bad day, they will make it everybody's problem.
They're so hateful. This one time, oh my goodness, where were we going? Me and Jessica were going. So we were going on a camping trip with a church or something like that. And Jessie was driving and she had just got her car. They pulled her over and gave her a ticket. Where was it? It was because she had a little thing over her license plate that made it a tiny bit tinted. And you can still see her license plate, but apparently that was bad. Like, it was like, it made it a shade darker than it was supposed to or something like that.
The tinting rules are so weird. Like, tinting your windows.
He was like, this is bad. You shouldn't have this. And gave her a ticket. And I was like, you are an asshole. You know, what was it? Is it true that they have like a quota they have to fill with tickets?
I don't
know.
know.
I think
heard that, but I don't know. I mean,
that they have a thing they have to fill with tickets, and then if they don't have it filled by a certain time, they just start pulling people over for random shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard of that, and I believe it to be true. They are doing the dumbest things.
We're not fact checking.
No, I don't care. They're dumb. Cops, they have more important things to do. Like, if they're on duty, they have more important things to do.
I don't know. I
Maybe
feel
stop
like
there.
I know 5 people at this very point that should be in prison and are not, but there are people, all the people that are in prison, a lot of people that are there probably don't deserve to be sentenced.
Or serving sentences as long as they
some
are.
of them do, and I get that, but like,
weed charges, get them out of there.
I know, literally, I can probably count them at this very point. People that should be in prison for life, and they're not.
Yeah.
My mom's freaking neighbor
I know.
should be in prison. Have we ever talked about on that on here?
I don't know.
My
Go
mother's
ahead.
neighbor who makes...
Be careful.
What? I'm not going to say his name.
No, I know. It's just...
He does make crack in his house.
Yeah.
And he makes alcohol legally. And he shot at the cops multiple times. And he beat his wife when she was still alive. And he beat his daughter because she used to hide at me and my cousin's house. And he was hateful.
That's crazy.
And awful. And he was involved in the murder and rape of a girl and all kinds of other stuff. And he's not in jail. He's probably spent like a night in jail. He's not in prison. He should be. Why is that? But then
You know why? Because these cops are pulling people over for no reason. They ain't getting down to the bottom of shit. They're too busy filling their quota for tickets. And I'm pissed off. If he would have gave me a ticket, you know why he didn't give me a ticket? Because he was fucking off duty, pulling into work. Let's make somebody have a bad morning. That's his mission.
I still don't understand how he figured out how fast you were going. You were behind
See,
him.
here's the thing. My dad told me when I was a baby. I don't know why I remember this. But he said that a cop cannot pull you over for something that you did behind them. Because they cannot prove it. They can think that they saw or think that you did whatever.
How does he know how fast you were going? Well, he must have been going faster than you if you were behind him going 60.
I feel like he pulled that number out of his ass, which I very well, in his own defense, I could have very well been going 60. I don't know. Okay, it's literally like a highway. That speed limit is 45 for no fucking reason, okay? And I could have been going 60, but big fucking woo. He was having a bad morning. Maybe his wife didn't kiss him goodbye on the forehead like she normally does and say, "I'll see you later, Daddy." And then he got upset. He pulled me up. Well, he didn't pull me over, but he stopped me for no reason. And he was so hateful. He's so mean. He's bald headed, and you know God didn't give him no hair because he's mean. You know he didn't. He is so hateful.
What else happened that day?
I know
it goes on and on.
It goes on and on. I made a list so I wouldn't forget anything. So that happened that morning. And then later in the day, so this needs a little backstory. So we went on vacation, which we're going to talk about in the next episode. Be on the lookout for that. We went on vacation. I posted a picture. I have a drink in my hand. It's the hand grenade. I have that in my hand. Which, like, if you didn't know it was a hand grenade, you wouldn't know what it was, but it's obviously alcohol of some kind. We were in an alcohol establishment at the time.
Yes.
So
Did your dad freak out?
Just wait a minute.
Oh, no.
So, whenever I posted that picture, which was a couple days before this actually happened, he commented on there, and he said, "What is that drink?" on my Instagram. And I'm like, I'm not getting into it with you publicly on my Instagram photo. That is no place to do that. So I just deleted it and I went on. And I honestly forgot about it.
Delete the comment or the picture?
The comment. I wasn't deleting no damn picture. I was good in that. So he comes in the office and he's like going on. He screams to me about my car. You know how my car's picked up? My bumper was coming off during vacation because I was going down the highway.
It was like wings on the back of the car.
And it's taped up, but it doesn't even look that bad. And he's just like going nuts and ballistic about it. He's like, "You need to make an appointment." I'm like, "I'm not paying a mechanic $250 to screw in my bumper. I'm going to wait till I go to my grandpa's house." So he comes in screaming about that. And then I think it's like basically over. Like he's getting ready to leave. And he goes, "What was in that drink?" And I said, but when he says it, he's like almost smiling. So I'm thinking like he's more chill about it. Like it was almost like, you know, what was in that drink? You come on, you can tell. It was kind of like that energy I was getting. So I was like a little comfortable. And I said, "What do you think was in that drink?" And he goes, "What was in that drink?" And like he asked me that like 3 times, and I didn't say anything. I just stared at him. And like every time he says it, he gets a little more serious. It's like, "What was in that?" And I was just staring at him like, "Are you fucking crazy?" And finally I said, "Alcohol." And he goes, "Well, what do you do when you're drinking alcohol?" And it was like I've killed somebody, Stephanie. It was like I have committed murder and treason. Okay. And I said, "I'm an adult." Is all I said. Because I was like, "What do you mean, why am I drinking alcohol?" Because I'm in New Orleans and I'm not a fucking loser like him. He hasn't had to drop alcohol in his life because he thinks he's going to send him straight to hell. So I said, "Alcohol." And he said, "Well, you know, alcoholism runs in our family." And I said, "What?" I said, okay. I said, "I'm not going to become an alcoholic, if that's what you're saying." And he said, "Well, no one starts drinking to become an alcoholic."
Listen to my person.
And then
she's not as bad as she used to be. I told her about it and she was fine. Like, she has grown up a lot about that, but...
And then he left and slammed the door. And basically told me I was going to become an alcoholic.
I know you hate him, but I also hate him.
Isn't that... That's such a lovely thing to say to your daughter.
He's literally the biggest asshole that
I know.
Natalie.
I know.
How did you... Natalie, I would have killed him. If I had lived in that house with Natalie, I would have smothered him with a pillow.
It was difficult to be there.
You know, I still want to fight him.
Oh, I want to fight him. I want to physically fight him. Yes, I want to physically put my hands on that man. Sorry, violence is never the answer except when it is.
Well, you don't know Natalie's dad.
He is the worst.
I can't understand, like, I don't know, like my mom, she's a little crazy, and we know that, but she loves me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he doesn't love you. I don't know that he's capable, but
I don't know. If he does, it's so fucked up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like he can't, he doesn't, he's like, I don't even know how to describe it.
He's otherworldly.
And,
he does not compute things normally.
I don't know, like, my mom, you know, it's mistakes she's made, whatever. She's always been very loving, and my dad is great, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't.
I don't know. He needs so much help. It's at this point in my life where I literally just feel so sorry for him. That he is so much of a hateful person and a sad person that he would tell his daughter, who drinks responsibly.
Very responsibly.
Exactly.
We all drink responsibly.
And, like,
we're not crazy people.
no. And this was the first time in New Orleans that I'd ever gotten, like, drunk. I've never gotten drunk in my
Uber
life.
and we're very safe.
Yeah, it's not, oh my God, I would never drink and drive. Or anything like
Obviously.
that. And, like, I feel like it just speaks to his own instability that he thinks me having a drink is going to lead to that.
Like, I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he must be so unstable that if he had a drink,
That he would do.
he would become an alcoholic.
probably-
He would. Because he's a sad man. He is such a sad, tiny person. And I could squash him.
When are you gonna have this fight with Matt?
Oh, I don't know. If he ever, Stephanie, if he ever even made it, like a,
Would he? I feel like, I don't know that he would. I think he's kind of scared of you.
no, he is scared of me.
I think
He's scared of
he's a
me.
little scared of you.
But, like, I feel like he would, like, get in my face and, like, almost maybe hit me. There have been times, even when I was a child, that I thought he was going to hit me, which is awesome and dramatic. But I think he would, like, almost make a move, but he is scared of me. Because didn't I tell you about that one time I got in his face?
And he thought you were going to hit
And
him?
he was like, oh. Yeah, it was really funny. I love that moment. Because he was in the office, and he was bugging me about shit that didn't matter, and I was so busy and so stressed, and he was like on my case about something that was so dumb. And he just kept going. And then all of a sudden I shot up out of my chair, and I walked over to him, and I had no intention to hit him. I really didn't. I just wanted to get in his face. Because I wanted him to look at me in the face and hear what I was telling him. So, to make him shut the fuck up. And so, he thought I was going to hit him, though. And his eyes got so wide. And he was like,
Maybe the day that you quit, he'll try to stop you and you can punch him in the face.
oh my God.
He might call the cops on you and get you in trouble. I don't want that to happen.
Listen, the other day, I haven't even told you this. The other day, he was in the office and I was bending over to tie my shoe. And my sweater, because I wear sweaters at work, my sweater had come up. And there were other people in the office, and you could see my back. It wasn't my ass, though.
Just your back.
It wasn't my ass. I'm not going to hang my ass out. I'm not like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was my back. And I knew it was. And I felt it. And I was like, okay, this is going to happen for 2 seconds. It's going to be fine. No one's even around. He came over to me and pulled my sweater down. And I literally, Stephanie, I've never been closer to hitting him in my life. Because he touched me. And I was like, disgusted I was. Disgusted. He pulled it down and I turned around and I was like, what? And he goes, like it was lifted up is what he was trying to say, but he was trying to be like quiet about it. Because there was like 3 other people in the office and he was freaking out.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just hate him so much. So then he told me I was going to become an alcoholic, which is awesome. Stephanie, here we go. And this is one of the worst parts.
Oh, no.
And then I got home. By the way, when he did this was like towards the end of the day. So then I got home a couple hours later. And I had gotten groceries. And I'm packing the groceries in. And all that alcohol from the trip, from going to New Orleans that we bought, is in my trunk. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta get this out. So I start carrying the 6-pack of Ashland's strawberry lemonades or daiquiris or whatever. I bring it in the house. And I get to the stairs. I get to the first stair in my house, and the bottom of it fell.
Oh, no.
Out. And all the bottles fell out and broke. And the drink went everywhere. And my dog is at the top of the stairs, and I'm like, kind of very sure she's going to kill herself getting cut on this glass. But she did not, because she was a good little girl. And she listened to her mother for the first time in her fucking life. And so I'm like screaming at her, stay! And yeah, so I cleaned up all that. Okay? Then I'm like, what do I want for dinner? And I'm like, oh my God, I have a pizza in the freezer. Oh my God, I'm gonna make pizza! I was so excited and happy. I get in the freezer. Pepperoni pizza. I don't like pepperoni pizza. I don't know why I love pepperoni pizza in the house. Because I don't eat pepperoni pizza. I didn't eat pizza. And I was like, okay, I'll make burgers.
Oh no!
You knew they were moldy?
No, you said the thing earlier.
Oh, yeah. So I go to make burgers, and I go in the pantry. I go in the pantry, and these hamburger buns, it was like I had them for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they were really not that old. I don't know why they were so fucking moldy, but they were green, They were solid green. And I was like, oh my God. So I threw them out, and I had burgers on toasted bread, which is fine, but it was like I was living in war times. And that was my Wednesday.
Were you happy when I called you and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to come over to record?
I was like, well, I also had a lot to say, but I was also like, okay. Oh, I forgot one part.
What?
This happened on the drive up to this was before the cop thing. This was the very first thing that happened that day. I completely forgot. I'm driving down the road, and my left ear starts itching. And I'm like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Scratch, like my earlobe. And then I'm like getting skin, like in my hands. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? There was a blister on my earlobe. Is that not the most insane thing you've ever heard? I got really bad sunburn the last day on our vacation.
We all got pretty sunburned, but
I got really bad sunburn. I got blisters on my left shoulder and my upper arm. And my face is burnt. My face is peeling right now. My right arm was burnt, but not that bad. And my ear was burnt. I knew it was burnt, but I was like, oh, it's itching. It's healing. Let me just like scratch this itch. Blister, skin ripping off of my ear. And it's still really weird. Let's see.
Oh, Nat.
It's not as bad as it was.
It looks so burnt.
It's just raw skin. It's just raw. It's really raw. And it's like scaly for some reason, which makes me so nervous. Oh, okay.
Put you some lotion in there.
I did, but it didn't really help.
You still got that after sun gel?
Yes.
Put that on there.
I put Ep.4 on it.
Nice. Ep.4 heals all wounds.
Ep.4 will, if you got shot in the chest, put Ep.4 in that shit.
That
It will seal it up. It will literally regenerate you. You will become alive again. So,
anything else to talk about interesting that happened yesterday?
no, that was it for yesterday. But I have something to ask you about.
Tell me.
Did you hear about Big Time Rush?
What about Big Time Rush?
You didn't hear?
Are they coming back together?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Big Time Rush is reuniting.
Don't tell my mother.
Oh God. Okay, Stephanie. That makes me a little uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable also.
How old were they when that
I
happened?
mean, they were old. They weren't like kids. They were like in their 20s.
They were very early 27.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not good, Natalie.
It's really weird.
It makes me uncomfortable. She talks about them all the time, and she wants to go see them at concerts and get back together. And
Does she know?
She thinks she has heard about it. She's like, I'm going to see them.
They are getting back together. Like, it's confirmed.
Also,
they made a video.
Also, I want to go see them, but I don't.
No, you can't go to that with your mother.
Because what if Kendall Schmidt looks in my eyes, and then we fall in
And
love?
then your mother's right there. What if he looks in your mother's eyes?
Oh my
and falls in
God.
love?
I will fight. No, I won't. I'm kidding. She'll never listen to this. I won't let her. But
That would be. Can you imagine you and your mother at a Big Time Rush concert? I don't remember where they're going to be. They're only going to do like 2 shows.
I really actually want to go see them.
So what happened was all of them changed their profile picture on Instagram to a red, just like red. And then like the Big Time Rush Instagram, which first of all, why did they even have an Instagram for Big Time Rush? I don't know.
Big Time Rush.
But, because I'm pretty sure they were broken up when Instagram was invented.
Okay, when I tell you that I was a little obsessed, and when the movie came out where they went to Britain and they sang all the Beatles songs, I watched it like 10 times. And I may or may not have watched it recently, but
I'm so concerned. I'm very
I
concerned.
really loved Big Time Rush. I loved Big Time Rush. Was obsessed with them when I was little.
That's good for you. I wanted to be them.
Which one did you want to be the most?
You know. And everybody fucking hates him for some reason. I like Logan.
I love Logan.
Everybody Well, it's not your favorite though.
I mean, I like him. I think he's a cutie.
Everybody fucking hates Logan.
I didn't dislike. Oddly enough, James was my least favorite.
I'm proud of you for that.
He's
right up your alley.
Because he's all like, I don't know. I love Kendall. Oh, I love Carlos.
I like Carlos too. I wanted to be like Carlos.
I wanted to marry Kendall.
I wanted to be like the combination of all of them. The combination.
I love
the smoothie of Big Time Rush. That's what I wanted to be.
Listen, Natalie, how much are the tickets?
I don't know. They're like, I feel like they're gonna be like Madison Square Garden or something. But that's also
what if
probably
we
correct.
go to Madison Square Garden?
I'm kidding. You can go.
What? Who would go? My mom would want to go with
Yes,
me.
no, your mother would come with you.
I don't want that to happen.
No, because that's really fucking weird. Sorry.
See, she doesn't get that. She doesn't get that that's weird. She's like, why are you embarrassed of me? And I'm like, Mom.
It's not, well, I mean, it's not that you're embarrassed of her. It's just like, that's not normal.
Weird. She can't understand that. That, like, Mom, I don't know.
They're going to be in Chicago and New York. They're not going to be at Madison Square Garden. Who do I think these people are?
I don't know. It's Big Time Rush.
Chicago and New York in December. So good luck getting to
I
the snow.
can't go.
Why not?
Because I don't have that. I need to save my money.
Okay. I mean,
We'll fall in love.
this is definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. They are not going to be doing this again. I'm not telling you to go into debt, but I'm also telling you I'm not going. Peace out. I won't be there.
I know you won't be there.
I will not be.
I can't go.
I bet you could. Somehow, some way.
By myself or with my mother?
Or I bet Brienne might go or something.
Brienne?
Doesn't she love these?
She does. We talked about it before. Brienne.
Brienne. You know what I am so excited for?
What?
Tomorrow, because you know what we're going to be doing?
Watching movies?
Watching before, what is it called?
Is that after sunrise? No.
What is it called?
Before sunset.
Before sunset, before sunrise, before midnight.
That's what it is.
Before midnight. I want to talk about this trilogy for a second because I am astounded and I'm glorified
so
and I'm healed by this
I'm
trilogy.
also in love with Ethan Hawke from this movies.
Okay.
Do you not in love with Ethan Hawke? Only
no.
I'm kidding.
I mean, he's cool. He's cool. But I want to talk about this because I typically despise romantic movies. Despise with a capital D. But I love these.
They're so
The 4
good.
trilogy. The 4 trilogy. Oh my god. I want to eat it all up. It's so good.
I love, like, it's just written so well. Like, it's so, like,
It's so good.
it doesn't feel like writing. You feel like they're just talking.
The chemistry is insane.
So good.
They should have gotten married or something.
Oh my god.
Like in real life.
My favorite part is in the second one where she's like, you're gonna miss that plane. And he's like, I know. And I'm like, no, I have to show you something. Maybe I saved it.
So in the first movie, there's a part where he goes to touch her and he doesn't, like her hair or something. And then the second one, there's a part where she goes to touch him and she doesn't. But that one specifically for me hit so hard. She looks so heartbroken. It was such good acting. But then in the third one, they're like in this car. I don't know what's going on because we haven't seen it yet. But she touches him on the face.
I hope
and
they're
it's
not
like
falling out of love. If they fall out of love in the third one, I'll actually.
Shut up! Don't even say that!
That's what the next episode's gonna be about. Us crying over.
Don't even
Midnight.
say that.
See it, let me see it.
What? I don't know where it is.
The music from these movies?
I looked up the
So
playlist and it's insane.
Good. The song that she writes in the second one.
I know.
So good. Y'all need to go watch this movie. Seriously, they're so good.
Well, I didn't save it and I can't find it now, but
We'll look it up later.
Yes.
It's so good. And I understand why Rianne loves Ethan Hawke.
The movies are so the cinematography, the color grading, the color grading. No, it's so delicious. I can eat it. I can eat
I
them.
want you to be a movie critic so bad that all you do is,
Oh, yeah. I love it.
they're such good movies.
Sorry.
What's
If I
that
want
song?
to eat something that,
Yeah,
but like,
Glass.
no, I don't want to eat physical things. I want to eat ideas.
I want to eat things I shouldn't eat, like Glass and like
I want to eat.
molten stuff, like things that are melted. I want to chew it like it's chewing gum.
I want to eat someone's personality. Like if someone I meet and I like them, I'm like, I could just eat it. Or like a movie.
I wonder if that's like a thing, like a psychological thing.
Oh, for sure.
Like an actual name for people who want to eat glass.
Oh, for sure.
I want to eat glass.
There's a lot of people like that.
Like, drink a glass of water, I have to stop myself from biting a chunk out of it. Like, I want to eat it, and I know it would hurt, and it would kill me, so I don't. So.
No, there was this one magic show where this guy told a lady to eat a piece of glass, and she did. She was fine. So you can go on there or something.
It must have been candy.
No, it wasn't. It was a psychological thing. He was a magician, but he was like a psychological one where it's like, you can do anything. No, I'm serious. I'll send it to you. It's on Netflix. It's
cool.
Really cool
This
guy.
is going to jack me up. I'm going to eat the glass. Eat the glass.
Just talk to him first about it. He's British. And
that
he's bald.
That makes it so much better.
He's bald. He might tell you how. DM him. I'll get his name.
Teach me
I
how.
want to eat glass. Let me. Please.
I've always wanted to eat things that you are not supposed to eat. That's why I ate a lot of Play-Doh as a child, I think. But I've always wanted. I don't know, just things I shouldn't. Chairs.
What? Wait.
When wood is really
Rewind.
Like when wood's really glossy.
I've never heard this before. This is a new thing I haven't heard.
I don't know. I'm so weird.
Chairs. Who says that? I want to eat pieces of chairs. Where's that chairs? We need that one. The guest chair. This is the guest chair I'm pointing at.
I'm just really weird like that, I guess. We should get.
Now I just want to point at things like, do you want to eat this? Do you want to eat that?
I mean, it's very specific things. Just
do you want to eat that blue thing?
No, mostly
I bet you would.
like things that are shiny and like, or they're like they might be chewy. Really.
But what looks like they might be chewy?
Like melted things.
Oh well, okay. Nice.
Like, have you ever seen the video of like lava?
Oh yeah, lava. Okay,
I want to eat.
I get that one.
I want to. Or like when you those videos that are supposed to be like satisfying when they cut the sand.
Okay, I get that.
I want to eat it.
I get that, and I get the glass one, even though it hurts me to think about. But I do understand that one.
I want to get when we get big enough, we should get like a psychologist on our show. I'd be like, what's wrong with Stephanie?
Get Dr. Oz or
Why?
Rachel Ray. Oh wait, she's
Rachel Ray.
I'm sorry, she's a cook. We can get Wendy Williams on our show.
Oh my god.
Oh, I have to show you a video after we're done.
My favorite video of Wendy Williams is the one where like she's dancing and the crowd's like, and she's like, you know what I'm talking about?
I know it all.
It's
I've watched like 5 videos today about her, and I have to show you something.
She's crazy.
There are some moments I had not seen.
Everybody freaked out when she was talking about killing Britney Spears' dad.
She goes, death to all of them, and everyone's like. But then the crowd makes a shock noise. But then did you see her after she goes? Like she had just said that.
She goes.
I know. Oh my god! Did you just hear that? She
So
literally
funny.
just fucking said it.
It's crazy.
And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them. Oh my god! That's so fucking
so
stupid.
Funny.
There is something. I don't think.
I still feel like she's an alien.
I have to show you this clip. I remember what it was. It's something I've never seen before. She like is in the middle of a fucking sentence and she burps and farts at the same time, and then she goes.
See, that's very relatable though.
Awful. Have you seen the clip of her in her dressing room and she's crying her eyes out? She goes,
No.
I can't. I just can't. Get out. There's a cameraman in her dressing room and she is bawling her eyes out. And she goes, I can't. I just can't. Get out.
Whenever she's talking about her mother dying, it's still my
that's
favorite.
really bad.
My mother said to show off my legs. She said, Wendy, you got them. You show them off. She has also died. Everyone's like,
It's so bad. When she's yelling at that camera guy to get out. Well, she's not yelling. She's like, get out. And then she goes, oh God, I do that thing for Nickelodeon. And then she's wiping her teeth. And I want to know what Wendy Williams is doing on Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, what are you doing? Have you ever seen her
Maybe this
show?
was before she was...
No. She's always been like this. And she's kind of a bitch. She's always talking so much trash.
She made fun of Joaquin Phoenix's like cleft lip.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it was bad.
Have you seen the clip of there was like there was a famous person on TikTok who had died. And she like pulls up his picture and she goes, clap if you know who this person is. And like nobody clapped because he was a young guy on TikTok and like that's just not the same audience. Like the people who go to Wendy Williams is not
do not view
exactly.
TikTok.
And she was like, clap if you know who he is, and nobody clapped. And then she goes, well, he's been murdered or something.
Oh,
and I'm like, Jesus! Does she run things by people, or does she just get up there and just say
I honestly
shit?
feel like she's an alien. You seen her eyes? They don't look human.
And then she's putting Q-tips in the fucking eyeballs. What is that about?
She doesn't look human. I feel like she's an alien in a human costume, and she's trying to figure out how we work. She's like
from here.
She's like, what? She's like doing things that we think are really weird, but to her they might seem normal. Maybe I think that's what it is.
I don't know.
She's actually an alien.
No, I would listen. If that came out, I would 100%
Come
believe
out.
that.
Wendy Williams is an alien.
Like maybe she forgot to put her skin suit on or something one time.
She would
do that.
Green. She's
no,
like
in that clip where she burps and farts at the same time. She just like it doesn't. You have to see it. It's not. I don't think it's real. Maybe she just did that for like shits and giggles. Like it was actually fake. But it's weird. And then she just like. It looks like she forgot how to function, and she's like, "Oh no, I just did that in public." I think she's crazy.
Well, I mean, like, I can't. I did burp really loud one time
like,
at a
that's
party.
not the thing. That's not the point. It's just like she is not from this earth. I have to see the video.
I do think that she's an alien.
And then when she passes out, that's her. Like that's her system shutting down.
She goes,
maybe she's a robot. Maybe that's her system shutting down. She's like, oh my god. Cause like, what the hell? That was so weird.
She didn't just pass out. She goes.
She starts dancing,
And then she goes.
and she just.
It's so funny.
God, it was awful. But it was also really, really funny.
We love Wendy Williams. Well, we really don't, but we think
I don't understand her.
she's crazy.
Okay, I have something else to talk to you about.
What is it?
So today I was, or maybe this was yesterday. I was watching Lord do 73 questions. Have you ever seen 73 questions on Vogue?
Mm-hmm.
So you've never seen one?
Maybe I have with somebody that.
Oh,
They
okay.
just ask them questions, right?
Yeah, but they're pretty good questions. I have to say.
Where's your favorite place to go? Or like.
Yeah, but then they get like those are like the beginning questions, and then they like get into whatever that person is doing, like the movie or the album or whatever. I don't know. I like the questions. I think they're pretty interesting. Did you know Lord went to Antarctica?
Yeah, you told me about that.
That's crazy. Anyway, she was on that. She was doing 72 questions on Vogue, and one of the questions was, "Who would you like to collab with?" And I was like, interesting question, because this bitch has never collabed in her fucking life.
She really has.
No. And then I was like, she's gonna say nobody. She's gonna be like, I just like to do my own thing. You know what she said?
Harry Styles?
Yeah.
She said Harry Styles?
Uh-huh. She said, I really want to talk to Harry Styles. I had to pause the video. I thought I was having palpation. Palpation. Whatever it is. I thought I was having a heart attack. Stephanie had to pause the whole video. I couldn't get through it. She said, I'd like to talk to Harry Styles. Can you imagine? Who would do it? Who's album would be? Does she have collabs on this new album?
But it already happened. And like, it's gonna.
Oh, shut up! I didn't think of that! Oh, God.
It's already happened.
I didn't even think
And one of the
that.
songs of this album's gonna have Harry on it.
Listen, okay, so this new album, it's coming out real soon. It's like, I think it's coming out August 20th or something. It's this month. It's coming out this month. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Her new album's coming out this month. What if there was a collab on it? A collab with anybody would be iconic because Lord has never done it.
Harry Styles.
What? Let's do a Lord hairstyles mashup right now. Let's do it. Not a mashup. What would you think it would sound like?
Wait, who am I? Which one am I?
Lord.
Okay. How does she go? Avocado. I can't sing like her. Just to give me. Let's give like a line, a famous line. Can you reach me? What is that? I can't sing like watermelon sugar. I can't sing like Lord.
Just let me annoy you. Well, also Harry's coming out with new music. You know who else is coming out with new music?
Who?
I think I'm on music.
Who is it?
Lizzo.
Are you serious?
She's putting out an album this year. I think it's actually coming out this month too. I think Lizzo's album's coming out this month too.
Okay, picture it. We have a Lizzo concert and a Lord concert, and Harry goes to both of them.
Well, also, the Lord already put out her concert dates, and we're not going.
No, it's okay.
I
know.
She put out her dates, and I couldn't buy them. God, they were so expensive. I could have bought them.
It's okay.
Just saying. I might be buying little tickets. Can you imagine? We would get drunk. Oh, I'm an alcoholic. We would get drunk.
And
I would get drunk.
and I would dress like a hooker
And I'd be
because
like,
it's okay. You think the last time she had like I was watching her show, like all her dancers were plus size.
Yes,
And
no,
I was
know.
like, I would kiss her on the mouth.
I
love Lizzo.
Love Lizzo. I want to eat, not her physically. Like I don't want to eat her body. Oh my god, no, I'm not a cannibal. But I want to eat her personality. I want to. Like,
I love
take a
her.
shot.
What if we got like front row and got like and like she like looked at us?
No, so much validation. Oh my god.
I would freak out.
And I
what
can
if-
dance when I'm drunk.
And what if Harry goes to her concert because they're best friends?
They are best friends. You can wear your Lizzo and Harry shirt.
Harry shows up and they're like,
But even if he didn't show up, Lizzo would sing.
and she's like,
And
oh.
she would talk to me. Oh my god! You have to get a matching one so you get noticed.
How much do you think the tickets will be?
I don't know, thousands of dollars.
Oh, God.
I'm a bitch.
You think she did general admission at her concerts?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on where she performs.
Because
Because
general
general-
admission is the way to go.
General admission is God sent because it is the true and the loyal who will prevail.
It's not about the money you spend. It's like how long are you willing to wait?
How long
Days.
will
I
the push
would
it?
wait days.
Because she would see my shirt and she would talk to me. And I would say, thank you for all that you've done. Because I love Lizzo so much. I'm crying just thinking about it. She's putting out an album this month. So is Lord. And Harry's going to do it soon. I think he's doing something about it.
Mm.
Is your nose peeling? Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
It's peeling a little. My whole face is coming off. I'm actually Wendy Williams. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh
Get
my-
out.
Oh no, I was gonna do that TikTok. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
I love that
I'm trying
TikTok
to do
voice.
her impression. I'm trying to do an impression of Wendy Williams. Oh my god.
It's actually really good.
Clap if you know who this person is. Well, he's been murdered.
Oh my god. She has
My-
also died.
She has died. I'm Wendy
Where is she
Williams.
from?
Somewhere up north. I don't know. The Bronx?
Maybe.
Boston? I get it all confused.
Is that north?
Boston?
I guess it is. In my head, for some...
Stephanie, you need to stop talking right now. Number 1, you're going to offend Bostonites. Number 2, you're going to...
For some reason, I know it's on the East Coast. East Coast.
The East Coast. It's on the East Coast.
I know it's on the East Coast and it's up there, but for some reason, every time I think of Boston, it's like way south, and I know that's not. In my head,
Where is it?
I'm
down
like,
south?
I don't know. It's like, and I know it's not. I know that it's up north and it's on the East Coast, but every time I like,
It's in Massachusetts.
I'm like, I know. I'm like, picture a place, picture it in your head on a map. It's like, why? I don't know why.
No, Boston is very much north. And they want a large iced coffee.
Like, Chris
dark
Evans
roast.
is gonna come and punch me in the face because I think that
Oh, I wish he would so I could punch him.
he's from Boston.
I know.
And again, I like to say, I know that it's not north. Like
I know it's in the.
I know,
West.
I know where it is, but when I picture it in my head, it's not there.
That is very weird. I'm so sick of Chris Evans.
Sorry, girl.
I'm so sick of him.
He ain't going nowhere.
I hate him. I really do. He has done nothing good.
Well, he's a good actor.
He's really not that good of an
I
actor.
think he's a good actor. I also just in love with him, but we don't have to get into that.
He's very no good. He's very surface level acting. I don't feel anything when I see him. And I feel things with men, so don't say it's that, Stephanie.
I won't say.
I like men sometimes, but only a few and only in little doses.
I worked there. Some girl was like, "Am I the only one here that prefers to be around men?" And I was like, "Yes, you are. You are, in fact, the only girl here that prefers to be around."
Wait, what?
You were talking about
Yeah,
me
set
and
the
this,
scene.
me and this other girl I work with, because this man had come through and he was so rude. Like, I mean, he was so rude. Like, he came and bought a bag of coffee or something, and before the girl taking the orders could even finish, he drove all around and, like, didn't speak or look at the girl at the window. He was so hateful. And I was like, and Bethany goes, I hate men. And I said, girl, sometimes I do too. Especially old men. They're so hateful and ugly.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, you're right. They're so mean and cringy and kind of, like, we were talking about how, like, you get, like, harassed and stuff, because you do when you work there. And this other girl that's working there, she goes, am I the only person here that prefers to be around men? And I was like, yeah.
What? I mean,
I was like,
huh?
I was like, yeah, you are. She's like, I prefer to have, like, a male tattoo artist if I have a tattoo, and I prefer to have male teachers and, like, just men and everything.
See,
and I was like, girl,
I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah,
in the brain.
I was like, girl, why?
I'm getting.
She was like, in anything that I do like that, I prefer to have a man do it. And I was like, but why?
I'm getting.
That's, like, real nasty to me. She said that, and I was like, what?
I feel like she has some, like, warped sense of,
Yes.
like, I don't know how to word this without being incredibly hateful. Like,
I mean, she's never gonna listen to this. So.
She has not. It's not necessarily her fault. She's, like, been taught this. Like, that men are better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, that's what you kind of grow up around here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she has taken that into her adult years.
Yeah.
And I'm also.
I mean, she said that, and I was like, why?
I mean, she's probably never had any kind of experience, which I'm very grateful that she's never had any kind of experience, like being sexually assaulted or harassed or whatever. But I would not blindly go into the man's arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would not just blindly trust
I don't know,
men.
but she said that, and I was so like,
confused.
I was like, oh my god, why would you want a male tattoo artist? And not that like there's anything wrong with that, but like.
Why is that makes you the most comfortable?
Yeah, especially if they're like, what if they're gonna tattoo under your boobs? Like,
See?
I would much prefer a girl tattoo artist.
No, yes. Ooh, that's just wrong.
Or like, if they're gonna touch me very intimately, like
if they're gonna touch me whatsoever, I
I
don't want them to
would
touch me.
prefer a one.
I don't,
and that's just the truth. I mean, she was like in doctors and stuff, and I was like, you prefer a male doctor over a girl doctor?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like she has it in her brain that men are better at things because that's what society pushes.
Yeah, I was like, she said that, and I was like, I mean, I wasn't hateful, but I was like, that is
very confused.
Weird.
She's obviously never had any kind of experience.
That's so freaking weird. I don't know. She was like, yeah, girls are just drama, and I was like, that's not true.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I was like, men are just as more dramatic.
They're more dramatic.
Men are so dramatic. They're such babies.
Women are a million times more level-headed than men.
Absolutely.
When it comes to any situation.
Absolutely. I mean, and some people are dramatic, and that's just their personality. You're not more dramatic because you're a girl.
Exactly.
That's just...
What is happening with my throat?
You're just dramatic.
I mean, like, I wouldn't, like, necessarily demand to, you know, like, if a doctor or whatever, or a tattoo artist, unless they were touching me.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to the gynecologist, I want it to be a girl. I'm just being honest. I mean, and if it's not, and I'm dying, I'm not going to be like, must have a woman.
Yeah. But come on. Literally in any situation, I would rather speak to a woman.
Yeah.
I don't care what the situation is. I don't care if they're touching me intimately or not, or looking at me, you know, doctor-wise or not. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's at the fucking grocery store.
Remember when we were getting that Uber and it was a girl and we were so happy?
When we went to New Orleans, we took a few Ubers and Lyfts. Well, they were all Lyfts. But we took a few Lyfts because like we were getting drunk. Obviously, we're not going to be driving around. We're not done. So we only had one woman driver the whole time.
And we had so nice.
We had 4 men drivers. And 2 of them were weird.
Assholes.
Were like made it uncomfortable. That's half of them.
When we were trying to get in the car, and he was like, the 2 smaller girls need to get in the back.
Yeah.
And we were like, huh? What?
Lord, he's lucky I didn't hear that. Because you know I was itching for a fight in New Orleans.
And
you know I was.
Rianne was trying to get in, and she was literally climbing, and one of her feet, like, went across his, like, seating. But she was literally just trying to get in the car.
We're getting into a big SUV.
And he was like, oh, don't put your feet in my seat. I was like, dude. You should
not
be
like
she was,
around.
like, crushing mud into your seats. She, like, grazed over it. She's, like, trying to drive into your car.
You should not be driving around if that irks you so bad.
I don't know. He was an ass.
Yeah.
But the girl was so nice. And
the girl was really nice.
And we were like, we're so happy that you're a girl. And she was like, I get that a lot.
Yeah, which is so unbelievably
a lot of
sad.
times the men are, like, creepy and, like, scary and hateful. And
hateful. They're just, like, fucking rude just because they can. Just because. Like, there is no good reason. They're just rude. Because they're men and they can, and they feel like they can.
I hope that, I mean, I'm sure there are men out there that are sweeties. And, like, I know men that are sweethearts. But, like, I don't know. Don't be mad at us for assuming.
Oh my God, no.
That's just, you know, I'm going to be safe. You might be a sweet person, but I don't know you, and you could be hateful. Or
appear sweet at first.
And then try to kill me.
Exactly.
So I'm going to not be nice to you. Sorry. I mean, we get to know each other, and then I'll be nice to you, but...
Yeah, I mean, like, I have, like...
Don't ever be mad at a girl for seeming cold or off-putting at first because she doesn't know you.
Exactly.
And you
need to, as men as a whole, need to understand that.
You should be. She's not being like a bitch. She's not being hateful. She's trying to protect herself. Because you can be crazy and try to kill her. Exactly. And she don't know.
You could be crazy, or you could still be sweet, but you could not like see a problem with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many men who have never done anything like that in their lives, but they don't like stick up for women, or they don't really see an issue with it, or they don't take it that seriously because it's not that big of a deal. You're just as bad.
Yeah, and
you are just as bad. Because if a situation like that happened, and you are a man in the area, let's just like say it's something happened at a bar or a club or something. Mm-hmm. That man who was doing like harassing people is more likely to listen to another man than they are a woman, of course, because obviously they don't treat women with respect or think of them highly. So if you're going to sit on the sidelines, you're just as bad as the person doing the harassment.
I had something I was going to say, but I can't even remember.
And I hate most men. 90%.
I don't know. I remember what it was. I hate that we're raised as girls to, like, be nice. And we're, like, supposed to put our safety under being polite to people.
Yes.
I ain't going to be like that. If I have daughters, I'm going to teach them to be hateful. I'm going to be like,
100%.
Don't you worry about being nice. Bite them. Be hateful. I don't care.
Just kick them in the nuts. My daughter, if I still have one, will be carrying mace.
I want to buy her, like, okay, I can't get her brass knuckles because that's illegal, but I can get her the brass knuckles with the little thingies that go. Oh,
yeah.
When she gets a bit older, I don't know, not too young, because then she's too young to have something like that. But when she gets of age, I'll be like,
when
my
daughter starts going out on her own.
Yes. I'm going to get her those little brass knuckles. I'm going to get her a seatbelt cutter. I'm going to get her mace.
And you know who will be having those before she can go out on her own? Me. And I will mace a bitch. Ooh! Can you even imagine? Okay, you know how, like, I will beat the fuck out of somebody if they touch me, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine how hurt that person would be if it was my daughter that was involved? Or my child, or whatever. I will kill somebody. Ooh! I don't even want to think about it. Kill them.
Yeah.
I will teach my daughters that when you see a man on sight, be on guard. Because you have to be.
You do have to be.
Not saying that you can't ever make connections with
men. They could be nice. Like, you could be a sweet person.
But you don't know.
But you don't know. And they could be crazy. You try to kidnap you.
Or just be an actual bitch.
Asshole. I don't know.
So,
that's true.
If my daughter ever gets in trouble at school for beating up on a boy, I'll say, what did he do? What did he do? Because they did something. And vice versa. If I have a boy, or if I have both, or whatever, I don't know what my plans are, but if I have a boy, they will be taught. They will be taught.
Respectful. That's the big issue.
It's everything starts in the home.
Boys are not taught how to be respectful and how to treat women like they're actual people.
They're taught to run them over.
I saw this thing. I can't remember if I read it or saw it. Maybe it was like an article. But, like, when men, like, when you see something and it's, like, personally register, like, this is a human being and not, like, an actual object. When men, they did, like, a study, and when most men looked at women who were, like, dressed conservatively, they were, like, person. But then when they looked at a woman who was dressed, like, scantily or whatever you want to call it, they were, like, object. Seriously.
That's disgusting.
And, like, their brain didn't make the, like, connection.
Oh, gross and weird. Ew! I don't like that.
No, it was not nice.
I'll be teaching my little boy.
Because, I mean, it's... I don't know.
It starts in the home.
I don't like all that bullshit about boys will be boys.
That's so disgusting and weird.
Why? Why was that ever... I don't understand. Just... It's not hard to teach your son how to be respectful.
No, it's not. I feel like... I think about this all the time. I don't know why I think about it all the time. But I feel like our generation is either, I mean, well, it's going to be like a mixture of both. It's going to be like, a lot of people are not going to have kids because, you know, we know what it's like.
It's like, and I think a lot of us know now that we're not going to have kids to prove something. I think a lot of people in past generations, either it was like, well, you have kids and that's what you do, you have kids, so they had kids.
Yeah.
Or it was like, I'm going to have a kid, or like, use them as like a way to like make a situation better, or like their marriage.
See, that's weird.
Or have them to prove that they're going to be a better parent than their parents, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not always the case. I mean, I'm sure
a lot of times,
yeah,
though, it was.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm sure there are people that just genuinely wanted kids, so they had kids.
Yeah.
But I think that happens a lot. Like people in like relationships or marriages think that having a baby is going to make things better, but it makes it worse. Because
no, and
if you're not working,
that's so fucked up.
if you're not working in a relationship before, bringing a kid is going to make it worse.
So
and
much
it's going to
worse.
be terrible for the kid.
Exactly.
That's not always the case, but I think that you're right. Like, people today realize that they shouldn't do that, and you don't have to have kids because it's what's expected of you. You can do whatever you want.
Or they just like don't want to bring a kid into this world because this is a crazy fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're either gonna do that, or the people in this generation who do have kids are going to
do it right.
Do very good. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not like everybody, but
I
as a whole,
yeah,
I feel
we're
like
gonna
that.
do better. I think we're gonna be more stable.
Because I feel like, obviously, like, this pattern of, like, people having kids and then treating them like shit because they don't know how to deal with their own stuff has happened for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just us and our parents. It's their parents before that and their parents before that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, like, it never got resolved because it was just, like, whoever the kid was is just shoving that down, and then they grow up and have kids, and then they treat them like shit, and then those people shut that down, and it just goes on. We are, like, I feel like one of the first generations who have been like, this is not good parenting.
Yeah.
And, like, we're trying to do something about it, or at least bring it up.
Yeah.
It's literally such a shared experience. It's so weird.
Like, literally, you talk to everyone, and they're like, trauma?
Yeah. Exactly, which is so weird, and it just comes from, like, generational... I'm not a fucking doctor, but I want to say generational trauma, like, being passed down for decades and decades. And we're the first people to be like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do it that way.
Not to say that everybody from past generations is a bad parent, because that's obviously not the truth.
No.
But, like, it just happens a lot.
I mean, there was a lot going on and nobody dealt with it. Like, there was, like, therapy. I mean, there was therapy, but, like, no one fucking went.
Yeah, I think...
therapy and shit like that.
I don't know. I think it's more common that you had a rough childhood, or, like, what do you consider rough? Just, like, you had a lot of, like, trauma that maybe wasn't considered a bad thing in the past. You know what I'm saying?
So much, like, actual abuse happened back in the day, and everyone was like, oh, this is fine, like, beating your kids. And, like, mental abuse. And they're like, oh, this is parenting. This is what parenting is. This is what you do. It's tough love, baby. Ooh. Gross and disgusting.
I mean, there's a big difference in, like, I don't know, swatting your kid on the tail if they, like, for some reason. There's that, but then that's different.
Beatings. Like, back in, like, the 50s and 60s and stuff, everyone was beating their kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well, not everyone. I mean, I'm saying generalized statements. But you know what I mean. Like, it was a common thing.
Yeah.
To beat your kids. And also beat your wives. Because that's what happened. People who idolize the 50s and 60s make me nervous. I'm sorry.
I mean, the fashion's fine, but, like, if you, like...
The era.
Yeah, like,
makes
if
me
you...
nervous.
I don't know. Like, if you love, like, pinup fashion, like, that's fine. Because, I mean, classic fashion's cool, but, like...
If you, like, say you want to go back to that time, weird. There's this really funny TikTok I saw. It's like a Bo Burnham audio, and it's like, if you... Crap, I can't remember what he said. It's like, if you like blah, 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 say hell yeah, and then the crowd says hell yeah, and then he goes, got him, right there. And there's a TikTok that's like, if you are obsessed with the 50s and 60s, say hell yeah, and it's like, got him, under arrest. Because it's a little weird. Like, the era itself, like, if you want to go back to that time.
I don't want to go back.
The good old days?
Yeah, that's
nasty.
Bad. I mean, there are, like, some things about the era that I like. The music.
Yeah.
Like,
the
music's good, but, like, why would you want to live in a time where so much prejudice and, like,
just awful
hatefulness,
shit
like, so many bad things
And of course
happen.
the people who say that are white. Hello.
I think there's a difference in liking, like, the music and the fashion
Yeah,
and, like, pop culture.
Or like the old refrigerators. I like the
Those
refrigerators.
are cute. The old refrigerators are cute, but like I wouldn't want to live.
But the actual time itself, like there are things you can pick out of that time. There are things you can pick out of any time.
Yeah.
That are like, okay. But it's not like cultural stuff.
I love Y2K fashion, but I don't want to live at a time that's consumed by fat phobia.
Exactly.
Which is still happening, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want to live in the past.
No.
Because the past was scary. The present is scary.
The present is scary.
We're still working.
Nothing is fixed. Hello?
We're still working. But at least it's not like it was.
I mean, yeah. But nothing's fixed.
But it's okay. We're getting there. Are we going to save the world now?
We're superheroes. Speaking of that kind of, well, it's not actually anything like that at all. Some woman at the office came up to me and she was like, "Do you believe in end times?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." She was like, "I'm prepping
for the end time?"
And I'm like, I'm confused on a
She invited you to her bunker?
No. But here's the thing.
She's like, I'm prepping, but you're not allowed to go.
I honestly, like, don't think it's that crazy to stock up on a few things. I really don't. Now, people who take it too far, yeah, you need to, like, maybe find a different hobby. But, like, having some like when Corona happened. Well, it's still happening. You know, we were out of toilet paper. We were out of a lot of canned foods and, like, bread and whatnot.
That's fine.
Stocking up on that kind of stuff and having, like, a few extras around the house, that's fine. But maybe you need to find another hobby if you're, like, really into it.
It's really funny. Is she, like the coming of Jesus? Because why would you prep?
See, that's the thing I'm confused about.
If we're talking about that, if you're really ready for the end of time, you don't need to pack anything.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You must not be ready. She must believe but not be ready.
Well,
I gotta get canned corn for the what is it, the rapture.
See, she did tell me she did not think she was going to heaven. And I was like, well, that's very honest and weird of you to tell me.
Girl, you ain't gonna have much fun here.
What do you think you're gonna be doing? Like,
okay, that's really
it's
to me.
Really confusing.
Why does she think she's a Christian?
Well, she is a Christian. She believes in the Bible.
Then why didn't she get on that and make sure she's going to heaven?
I don't know. She didn't go into any detail, but she did tell me she was like, I'm not living a Christian life, and I'm like, well, girl. But also, she's I don't know her that well, but she seems like a cool person. I mean, like, she does the things that every hardcore Christian will be like, you're going to hell for, like, drinking alcohol. You know, like, you're going to hell for that or whatever.
You're not going to hell for drinking alcohol.
No. And she, smokes cigarettes, and she's like,
you're not going to hell for that either.
And she cusses. You're not going to hell for that either. So, I don't know. I don't understand.
Why?
What does she think is going to happen? Like, the apocalypse and the end times are two different things. Now, are you prepping for the apocalypse? Because, honey, I'm kind of with that a little bit. I don't know. I like zombies. I like the thought. I just like The Walking Dead, I think.
I think you just like
I just like to pretend I'm there. But the end times, what do you think? I don't understand. What do you?
That's confusing.
You're not going to be eating corn in a pile of flames.
That's right. I mean, you can't take the corn to hell either if you think you're going there.
Or heaven. So
what's the deal?
I don't understand. I'm very confused, and I just was smiling and nodding the whole time she was talking.
That's really.
And I was. And
it's funny to me that she did that to you. Work. Do you believe in end times? I thought she was going to tell you that she had a bunker, but you weren't allowed to come. Now, I have a bunker, but you were not invited.
She was like, did you know the prophecies? Do you think they're being fulfilled? And I'm like, lady, there's been crazy shit happening ever since we got here.
The beginning of time. Literally.
You know what I mean? Like,
people
prophecies have been being fulfilled for years.
Listen, people have been saying that the time that the world was ending since, the 60s. And you know what the Bible says about that? That no man shall know the hour. So as long as you all are freaking out, I think we're good. Not good. I mean, it's whatever you believe. It's, I don't know.
I mean, no judgment to her.
Yeah, no judgment.
But
it's kind of funny that she's like, if she believes in that, but she also thinks that she needs a bunker. Because if you believe in the rapture, what? She must not know too much.
No, she said she couldn't understand the Bible. And
what?
I'm sorry.
Oh, honey.
She's like, I read it and I don't know what's going on. And I'm like,
well, they have versions of it that
are
simpler.
I know. I didn't tell her that.
Oh.
I mean, she should know that.
I mean, I'm so confused for her.
I don't know.
She must not know what's up because if she's getting a bunker for the rapture.
And then I told her, I was like, I said, that I kind of not that I think we should make bunkers and stuff. Like stocking up on a few. I said I've been thinking about stocking up, like on toilet paper, like just getting an extra roll of toilet paper.
You do need toilet paper. If we were to run out of toilet paper, you would be hurt.
So like just stocking up on that, or like getting some cans or something.
Yeah.
She told me she's been buying canned meat, and I said, oh God. I said, oh no.
It's so nasty.
She was like,
get a pot of meat.
God, so nasty. And I was like,
a friend of mine blacked her husband's eyes with a can of pot of meat.
Oh my God. Okay.
He's a bad guy. I'm not.
okay.
Don't worry about him.
I'm
He's
not
an ass.
concerned about him.
He cheated on her.
Oh, okay. And I was like, well, I don't think that's, a bad idea. I don't think that's crazy. And she was like, well, you gotta get started on it. You gotta make a plan. You gotta portion this out. And you gotta put it in a Ziploc bag. I can send you a link to some Ziploc bag. I was like, what did I open? I didn't mean to do that.
I think about that a lot. The can of potted, the can of potted meat situation. What was even happening? I don't even think she meant to do it. They were fighting. They were fighting really bad, and I don't know if it was after he cheated on her or not. And she chucked something. She grabbed the first thing she could find, put her hands on, threw it at him, and I had to be that can of potted meat. She didn't mean to hit him, and it blacked his eye.
Well, good.
Oh, it's funny. If you knew him, he is an ass, and we do not like him.
Well, we don't know.
He's the one that went out and cheated on her with some girl in a parking lot and got herpes and almost gave it to her.
Oh, my. Oh, yes, you did. That is gross.
He literally was like, the girl was like, if you give me some beer out of your 6-pack, I'll sleep with you in this parking lot. And that happened, and then that woman had herpes, and then he got herpes, and then he came home.
They got herpes, if they say that.
And and then they were gonna get together, but then she was like, no, and then she got tested anyway, but she's fine, no herpes. He got herpes, though.
No herpes. It's herpes forever, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of herpes.
Awesome.
I think, like, I don't know if it's like, it's different from like getting a cold sore, because like getting a cold sore, I think you can only give that to other people if you have like a flare and have the actual cold sore. I don't know about herpes though. Yeah.
Hopefully I never get herpes.
Actually, I think that is like forever and always, because if you are a woman and you get pregnant, you need to ask for a cesarean or you'll give your babies herpes. If you have natural birth.
Be careful. Don't give your babies herpes.
Don't do that. Get a cesarean. Anyway.
C-section. Okay, we're done now.
Are we done?
We're
How
done.
long have we been talking?
What happened?
I love that we ended.
Wait, what happened to it? Oh, it cut off at an hour, but we weren't that far past.
Okay. I literally almost pooped, Natalie.
Okay, let's just add a little outro and say we got cut off. That sucks.
How far were we?
We were not that far past an hour at all.
Then
Like,
you just worry about the herpes and the can of potted meat.
I know. Okay, let's do a little thing.
Really, we're just
Potted
shooting the bird.
Oh,
Shooting the breeze, whatever.
Shooting the bird. We're not shooting the bird.
Shooting the breeze. That's what it's called.
Okay, anyway, we're done here, and have a great rest of your Saturday or whenever you're listening to this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I love you so much.
Love you, bye.
Oh, wait, we gotta plug our shit. Okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I make art. It's at Peak_Curiosity on Instagram. Follow me and buy my stuff.
And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at A Good Podcast 69, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Nat and Steph. And buy our merch, honey. We got good merch. We just came out with posters. We got sick t-shirts. We got sick shorts. We got sick hats and stickers. And just buy something. Support us, because we're out here making a change.
Yeah.
What we're changing, I don't know yet.
We're changing our life. You could, for a simple
support
purchase
me.
of one t-shirt, you can change our life.
You know, you really can. You're that unstable. Please, God, buy a shirt. We've got our season 2 logo on a shirt, and we've got another design that's sleek and sexy. It just says AGP on it, but it's cool.
It's nice.
And we got lots of colors. Okay, we're gonna get off here. We'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye now.
Bye.
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 Whoa. Woo.
That one was nice.
Woo, baby. Okay.
Okay.
You have to do it.
Oh, fuck me. Oh,
Stephanie.
Oh, dear. I think I broke my chair.
No! What is this? The garage of breaking chair? Oh, God! This is the garage of breaking things.
I got it.
Oh.
There you go. Well, it didn't break. It's just The arm is like.
My skin is peeling off.
That's what you're saying. There we go.
Bye.
Not really. It's pretty dead, but it's okay. Oh, bye.
Goodbye.